Good evening. In today's topic, we are going to discuss about one of the major important part in the thermal power plant, that is the draughts. What is draught? Boiler draught may be defined as the small difference between the pressure of outside air and that of gases within a furnace or chimney at the grate level, which causes flow of air or hot flue gases to take through boiler. The draught is necessary to force air through the fuel bed or grate to aid in proper combustion of fuel and to remove the products of combustion, that is fuel gases, to the atmosphere after they have given their heat to water being evaporated in boiler. Draught also provides velocity to flue gas and so increases the heat transfer coefficient in the boiler. Thus, draught is essentially required in a boiler and can produce by the number of methods. There are about two types. First one is the natural method produced by the chimney, and the second type is the artificial method by means of steam jet produced by the steam jet or by means of mechanical. It is produced by the fan or blower. In steam, it is of two types: induced or forced, and mechanical induced, forced, or both forced and induced type. Draught system folds majorly of three functions: to supply sufficient quantity of air through the furnace for complete combustion of fuel. That is the first point. Next one is to remove the gaseous product of combustion from the furnace, to move and exhaust the product of combustion to the atmosphere through the chimney. Different types of draughts are natural draught, artificial draught, that air forced, induced, mixed of forced and induced. First, we will discuss about natural draught. Natural draught is obtained naturally by the use of the chimney. Chimney is the conical shaped vertical tubular steel or masonry or concrete structure having a large height. The flue gases, after transferring the heat in the boiler, are guided by chimney to a considerable height in the atmosphere. As chimney has a larger height and is the only outlet from boiler, it remains filled by hot flue gases. These exhaust gases, however, have given their heat to water in the boiler are still hotter than the boiler room air. Due to this, the exhaust gases are lighter in weight than outside air and so lifts up naturally in the chimney and finally escape out in the atmosphere from top of the chimney. As the flue gases lift up in the chimney, more gases from flue bed flow towards chimney to take their place. During this process, they first flow through the boiler and do the job of heating of water and produces steam. Next, as flue gases flows through boiler and then to chimney, fresh air from outside naturally enters the boiler and helps in burning of fuel and production of hot fuel gases. So, in this way, a small pressure difference is naturally created between the base of chimney and the air inlet point of boiler because of density difference between hot flue gases inside the chimney and fresh colder air outside. This pressure difference is called natural draught because it is produced naturally. Second type is the artificial draught. It is produced by means of some external agencies, that means mechanical fan or blower or by means of steam jet. In modern commercial boilers, more value of draught is required to increase the heat transfer coefficient and hence the thermal efficiency. So, artificial draught is must to use to overcome the flow resistance offered by large flue gases. First one is the forced draught. It is the positive pressure draught. Here, the fan or blower is installed at the base of the boiler before grate, which forces the outside air through fluid bed furnace and air preheater and then flue gases through fuel passage and economizer. The enclosure for the furnace has to be very tightly sealed so that gases from the furnace do not leak out in the boiler holes. Next one is the induced draught. In this system, a fan or a blower is located at or near the base of the chimney, as it is shown in the figure, which creates a partial vacuum in the furnace and fuel passage. Thus, the air and flue gases are drawn through the boiler due to comparatively higher pressure of outside air. It is convenient to produce induced draught, and like in forced draught, any type of fan or blower can be used. Next type is the balanced draught. It is a combination of forced and induced draught. Forced draught fan overcomes the resistance in air preheater and grate. Induced draught fan overcomes draught losses through boiler, economizer and connecting through gases, etc. Depending on the type of fuel burnt and the type of boiler, the fan or boiler used may be of any type as radial or axial type. Advantages: it is more economical, desired value of draught can be produced, it increases the rate of combustion, reduces the smoke level and also it saves the energy. Limitations: initial cost is higher, running cost requires more electricity, maintenance cost is high, noise level of boiler can also be increased. These are some of the limitations of mechanical draught. Next class we will discuss about steam jet draught. Thank you.